Hey guys, what's up? It's Shantae, aka 40 Tay, with my man.
Jay,
We have a topic.
and it's called Part 2 of Cultural Confusion to Cultural Diffusion.
May you start, please?
Okay, um, I'll start off with the confusion part. I remember at first when Shantae and I, before we even started going out with each other, um, she had a very outspoken type of side to her. I mean, you guys see traces of it, but boy, this is a walk in the park compared to what I had seen. And I got to thank her for it because I was very soft spoken. Still am, but that's just my general nature. Um, but yeah, Shantae is definitely showed me that it's not always bad to be upfront with people. Yes, it could come off as disrespect, but the reality is if someone isn't respecting you or your choices or decision, sometimes you can't be respectful to that person. And at times it takes being disrespectful to let other people realize just how disrespectful they sound towards you or how offensive they come off. And I always thought that you had to do it in a proper, um, classy manner, but when people start to kind of brush over that, at the end of the conversation, you're a little bit depressed, your feelings are hurt, um, and you just have a bunch of regret at the end of it instead of just coming out and just stating the truth for what it is instead of always suppressing and internalizing, you know, what you really feel deep down inside. Um, Now, the cultural confusion to diffusion, I would say, yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
And I also showed you institutionalized.
Oh, yeah, being institutionalized. I've never been institutionalized before, but sorry, guys. I, over the years, I came to understand it a little bit more. Um, can't relate, um, at least not on that level. But I I can say that I've gotten a little bit more familiar with the routine, if you will, and some things about cultural confusion and cultural diffusion with me. I'm not sure if you want to talk about it quick, but I'll just be very brief. The cultural confusion with me was certain things that I wore from New York that Shantae wasn't used to seeing.
I'm from down south. I ain't seen all that what he be wearing.
Yeah, except in music videos. And because it was the same type of clothing, but it was upgraded, so it looked different from what she remembered until you analyze the shape and the patterns of how things look. Um, and she didn't realize that people dressed like I did or even had an attitude behind it. And it kind of reminded me of how I was when I first came out here many years ago. Um, but, in time, if you spend enough time with someone, you start to realize, like, oh, there's a purpose behind this. Um, and the cultural diffusion not just was with me, but a couple of other dear close ones that she has from her trip to Tennessee. And she found out that there were three types of smarts. Just because people are not smart in the same way doesn't mean that they're not smarter than each other in their own separate ways. And this came from a military background, a educational background, and a business workplace background. So if you'd like to,
I'll explain about you.
yeah,
Um, it definitely was the way he would dress. I ain't never seen anything like that before, so kind of threw me off.
And it, in time, I guess she'll never know until we take that trip to New York, I guess. But also her trip to Tennessee. She had three different perspectives for being out of town because she had the mentality of me, someone from a different state. She had the mentality of, not mentality, but she had the perspective of someone from a different state coming out to here. Naraya, who's in the military, who's been all over the country and has seen many different backgrounds from many different cultures, and also her friend Abbas, who is in a faraway country, who has a different way of doing things and a different way of living. And it kind of helped her see Nashville in a very normal kind of way, because it was like, okay, everywhere is different. It's just a matter of filling it out after a while. And all three of us were, in her contacts and phone, I guess, and in her life, to let her know, hey, we're different. We weren't exactly this way, and heck, you've had to move here and there, even though it's been a long time. This is nothing new to you. It's just been a while, that's all. And it will come back because you're with a loved one.
Appreciate that. Alright, this is Shantae. I'm only doing this video for my audience. I'm not really feeling this, but I had to do a video. I didn't have to do a video. I just did a video, and thank you for helping me out.
No problem. And her unexcitement just led me to being excited, because I'm a fan of, yes, my own girl. So we love you guys, and stay tuned for the next one.